Too much number.
That was the first good shot I fired.
Oh, yeah. Oh, geez. Guess I need to get that target.
All right, welcome back everybody to the Hoyt Easton Pro-Am, Foley, Alabama, Darren Christenberry, Open Pro. Check out that board.
Yep, Dan McCarthy showed out today shooting an 18 up one-day round. He shot a 218 today to put him at a 426, so he enjoys an 8-point lead over the rest of the field. Jacob Sluzars has come on strong the past year and a half at a 418. Justin Fuller, I think this is his second shoot-off maybe at a 418. Levi Morgan has won everything there is to win 418, and young Sam Smith rounding out the field at a 418 again. So just 8 points from first to fifth. This could be a really good shoot-off as well.
I'm expecting a lot of bonus rings to be shot at, Darren, but let's not wait any longer. Nathan Brooks is going to bring out our archers.
So on to Open Pro, men's Open Pro division. Your fifth place qualifier actually tied in a four-way tie for second place from Uniontown, Pennsylvania, shooting for Matthews, Levi Morgan. And in fourth place, tied for second, from Carnesville, Georgia, shooting for Matthews Archery, Mr. Jack in the Box, Sam Smith. He's still not as tall as Levi. And in third place, still tied for second, from Deerfield, Michigan, shooting for Matthews, Justin Fuller. And in second place, tied for second, from Voorheesville, New York, shooting for Darton, Jacob Sluzar. And your number one qualifier from Wazeeka, Wisconsin, shooting for Matthews, Dan McCarthy.
I had no idea there. I thought, what is Levi doing with that cart? Now I know. Good on them. The crowd got a whole new burst of energy. These guys are the cream of the crop in unknown yardage judgers. Dan, Levi, Justin, Sam, Jacob. This is going to be a good race. Like I said, Dan showed out today and shot a big, strong score.
Yes.
He's got an 8-point lead, but with 12s and 14s in play, we don't know who's going to win this one yet.
Dan was sitting in fourth place after yesterday. Sam was up there on the leaders, so today he really had to turn it on, and he did. Now, to get to these other four who are tied here, there were actually 5 tied at the end, all at 418s. Jacob and Justin Fuller made it in on their 12 count. Sam Smith, Levi Morgan had to win a shoot-off against Braden Jones, was the one at 418 who got knocked out. Gotcha. A 1 arrow closest to center. It was a nail biter till the end.
Got kicked out on the closest to center shoot off.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, props to Braden. He fought all weekend.
Dead center 10 for Mr. Levi.
So we just saw Jacob Sluzar. He got in on his very last arrow. He had to shoot a 12, and he did.
And he did. There's a 10 for Mr. Dan. If you've watched our shows before, Dan is a little bit thinner than he used to be. I don't know how many pounds he's lost, but he looks great, in good shape.
Yep. He said it really has helped his back. He was having back problems.
Gotcha.
He's been doing a lot of working out, eating some different things.
Jacob, 12.
Jacob comes right out. Yeah, boy, just...
That kid's got archery game.
He does.
He's got some game.
He was actually kicking himself all weekend because he was like, man, I'm shooting great. I just keep hitting too many 8s.
Look at this guy here. Dang.
Oh, wow. That is so close, Darren.
I think it's just left, but they're going to look at it from top, bottom, side.
I mean, to me,
that's close.
That's a tricky one because that line is broken. I mean, it's all busted up, and boy, that's a tough one. I'm glad I'm not in Scott's shoes.
Yeah. 8 points.
I think that's correct. I
4,
would have to agree
2,
with that.
6. Man,
Yeah.
that's a heartbreaker because that would have been huge
Yep.
right out of the gate for Justin. Sam on the black buck. This is a new target we talked about earlier today. 10 points.
All right, he held that 10.
428.
Sam shot great this weekend. He actually had the fewest number of 12 because he had the fewest number of 8s.
So gotcha. Made the least amount of mistakes.
Right.
10 for Levi. 428.
Dan is still leading at 436 and 15. Jacob is at 430 and 16 bonus rings. Sam and Levi are still tied at 428 and 12. And Justin Fuller is now at 426 and 13.
Not a lot of movement on the first arrow, but some movement. Dan's lead went from 8 to 6.
We do a feature at Competition Archery Media where it's called Shot of the Week, sponsored by Matthews, and I was working with Levi this weekend. He was our guest, and folks, if you want to check that out, it'll be out next week. He just offers some great insight there. We worked with Dan McCarthy in the past, and Levi just gave us some new, different insight. Yeah, he's just a...
What's he know? Levi's such a good guy, such a great shot. Jacob's got a dirty look on his face there. All business. I like it. He didn't like where that one landed. I'm not sure where it landed, but his expression was not what he was hoping for, I don't think. See what Levi did.
That's close. That's on that turkey. Well, I think that got it. Yeah.
He shot that 14, did he?
He did. There we go.
Sure did.
All right.
4, 4, 2. That's how you make a move right there. 442 for Levi.
Okay, Kevin McCarthy, our leader.
It's going to be a center 10.
10 points for Dan. 446. Okay, so now just 4 points. Jacob was not happy with where his landed. Let's see, there's his expression. Just a 10, it's okay. Nothing given up. 440.
10,
Jacob won the Metropolis Matthews ASA last year, Matthews Pro-Am in Metropolis in this division.
Mr. Fuller on the black buck. Looks good. Nice.
Got it.
438. Good for him.
Yeah.
Man, he just barely missed that 14 too. That would have been huge if he'd have got the 14 and backed it up with that 12.
Yeah.
They're getting down looking hard at Sam's.
Yeah.
Oh, I see why they're looking hard at it. It's going to be under the line for
That
a
is.
5.
5 for Sam.
4, 3, 3. That hurts. Because he's now 13 points behind Dan.
Sam's dad, Kevin Smith, passed away this past year. He was a well-known fixture here at ASAs. He was out here at every one of these tournaments, cheering on his son, cheering on everybody.
Yeah,
he was just one of those guys who.
And Sam looks young. He is young, but he owns and runs Sambo's Archery.
Right.
I'm not sure what town, but out of Georgia. So Sam knows his way in and out and around a bow and arrow.
He does.
Good look at Jacob there in that darting. There's the legend, Mr. Levi Morgan.
Currently sitting in second place.
That guy's got some game right there. Shooting a 4-fletch arrow too. I've never seen Levi shoot a 4-fletch.
Yeah, he said it. He
Not that
played
I
with
remember.
them, and he said he played with them, and he just found that his groups were a little tighter.
Dan holds so steady. Just a 10 for Dan.
Both of those guys were just right.
Yeah.
Something must be weird with the light down there. Even Sam.
For Sam, yeah, just a hair right.
Everybody.
443 for Sam. It's really interesting to see what everybody does on each arrow. Add this math up and see how it shakes out, because it goes so fast while you're out there. You blink and it's over. 10 for Dan. Is that right? Or 10 for Levi?
Levi.
Sorry, 10 for Levi. 452. Good look at Dan there.
Yeah, on a close target like that, boy, you just don't expect to see Dan miss right. You know, maybe up, down. But
456. I see it more and more, PJ. Everybody running 4-fletchings. I don't know. I just don't know. I guess I'm going to have to try it and see. I don't think these guys would be doing it if they weren't seeing an improvement.
That was Jacob.
10 for
10,
Jacob.
Yeah.
450.
Yeah, like I said, Levi said he shot both, the 3 and the 4 side by side, and he's like, I think that my groups were just a little tighter.
448. I think the biggest thing for me is they sell vanes in packs of 36.
That'll mess it up.
You can't fletch a dozen arrows with 36 vanes.
No.
They're going to have to go to 48 packs now.
That's right. I think practically like that too, Darren.
Yeah.
That's, you know.
It's my OCD kicking in, that's what it is. Yeah. There's a good look at Jacob right there. We're on arrow number 4 already.
You know, to that point, if you wanted to fletch even like 2 dozen, you'd have to fletch 25.
Yeah.
If you bought the 100 pack.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you going to do?
Now you're going to get that extra arrow.
Yeah. Watch Jacob get down that bow and get busy. Man, he's focused right there. Holding steady too. He can aim a bow. So steady. 10 points. That's a 14 on a turkey bird.
That's Justin.
Justin Fuller has got some game now. Good look at Dan. Shooting that Blesbach. What Levi do? Did he shoot another 14? He shot at one.
I think he did.
I don't know if he hit it, but he shot at one. We'll find out here shortly. Justin Fuller.
Good for him. He's up there up north with the McCarthys. I know he shoots
He's
a lot.
He's a Michigan boy.
Yeah. Near the Kellys, and they all practice together.
He's showing out this weekend. Got some game.
Yeah.
I like it.
Next up, Sam Smith.
That's a dozen points unless he called upper.
Whoa, Sam Smith.
There we go.
Now we're seeing some rings. 455.
We got dialed in now.
Levi shot. I know he shot at the 14. Good strong. Ooh, golly.
Can't see the top of it. There we go.
There's those. He did.
Oh,
he got it.
He got it.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
466. Levi's tied for the lead now. Depending on what Dan did here, Dan has to have a 12 to keep the lead.
This is the black buck.
10 for Dan. 466. We're watching one of those battles unfold. Jacob 10, 460. Wow.
I asked Dan earlier today, I asked him, I was like, you got an 8-point lead. How do you feel about that? And he said, not good, not comfortable. He's like, you can't slack off against these guys. And now we're going to tie.
It almost seems like over the past couple of years that there's only really 3 spots to shoot for in the Open Pro division, because you can almost bank on Dan and Levi being in there. I mean, it's almost, it's not, but it's almost a given. They're in so many shoot-offs. They're so consistent, and they're always battling, and now they're tied with 1 arrow to go in regulation. Good look at Levi. Good center 10.
Center 10.
Dan's going to need a 12 to take the lead back right here. Oh, just low left of it. So they're going to go tied into the final arrow. This will be a good 6th arrow.
Jacob got a 12.
Yeah, needed that probably. What'd Justin do?
Probably shot another 14.
He's on the pronghorn.
12. Oh, he called upper.
Oh, gotcha.
Shucks.
12.
Jacob. 472. This got interesting.
It did. No.
It's a 10. He called upper. Yep. Justin
Also
472.
Sam Smith on 12.
How about that?
He needed that ring to get into the final arrow. 14 points.
Yeah.
469. That got the crowd going.
Good for Sam.
Yep.
Sam's been like so close the last 2 years especially.
Everybody's going to go to the final arrow here. Center 10.
10 for Levi.
476.
Now, did Dan catch this 12?
I think he's just low left. Yeah, just low left of it for a 10. 476. Wow, everybody's going to the last chance archery, last chance arrow.
Well, that's what we like to see.
Yep. Sam will be first with a 469. Depending on the bonus rings between Jacob and Justin, they're tied at 472s. One of those will go second, and then third, and then also Dan and Levi, depending on bonus rings, are gonna. They're tied at 476. So
Jacob had 2 more coming in. Of course, Justin did shoot a bunch in this finals, but
Justin
I have
hit 2 or 3.
Yeah.
They'll have to do that math. I don't have access to all that, but we'll see what the order is here shortly. But we've got all 5 guys shooting the last chance archery, last chance arrow. And this one's not over yet.
No.
A lot can happen. I'd like to see Scott make this one fairly long.
A bomb.
Yeah, not necessarily a bomb, but you don't want to put it at 20 yards where it's not going to change anything.
Right.
These guys have shot their butts off to get here. Give them a chance to make a great shot and move.
So he did adjust them over, so they're not shooting the same lane. They're now shooting kind of cross court. So it's not a same look that they've had before. He moved them up a little bit. Like I said, we know that coyote is the farthest one. This is a 50-yard max class, so it's definitely not 50 yards.
Has he set the stake yet?
It's out there. I thought he set it.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh, no, here he didn't
He's
set
coming
it
out
yet.
now.
Here we go.
So again, he's got a distance in mind he wants these guys to shoot at. He's going to check it with a rangefinder.
So I stand corrected. They are shooting straight down range.
He's looking at it saying, yep, this is it, boys. You got 1 minute from right here. If you want to shoot up, or here's the cone. Good luck.
Last chance archery, last chance arrow. We got 5 of them. I don't know if I remember the last time we had all 5 make it.
It's been a while, I think. Or at least it seems like it's been a while.
It sure does. I don't recall it happening last year.
Everybody wanted a little extra TV time.
Yeah. Don't want to get cut off too soon. But we have all.
Go
there you
Levi.
Go. Let's get that in focus.
Yeah,
there we
there
go.
you go.
Yeah. All right.
Levi's clapping too.
He likes that. So Darren, we have all of our last year's winners up there. Dan McCarthy won 3. Levi Morgan won 2. Jacob Slusar's won 1.
Wow.
So that's our field from last year.
Dan was shooter of the year.
Dan was shooter of the year. Yeah.
There's not been very many of those over the years. Dan and Levi have a pile of them.
Between the two of them, that goes back, it might be 17, 18 years now.
Dan won his first one in 2005. And they share a bunch. Those two have battled and battled and battled. If you've watched this before, you know Dan McCarthy and Levi Morgan. If you're new to target archery, Dan McCarthy and Levi Morgan are 2 of the best on the planet at unknown distance 3D archery, period.
Hands down. Yeah.
Good look at Sam right there. He's got 1 move. I think it's 14.
Yeah.
I think.
We're going to see him winning his first one here before too long.
Yeah. Just left of it. He judged it good, though.
He did. Just missed. Crowd just got to look at the camera.
Good for him. Good weekend. 8 points.
Sam's a crowd favorite in here.
477.
Sam had a scratching claw to get to that 12-ring shootdown with Levi, and now he's got another great shootdown to his resume. Next up.
Here goes Mr. Justin Fuller.
All right, here we go.
As good as Justin shot out there this evening and this weekend, I wouldn't be surprised to see him bust this ring right here. I'm going to tell him I got a man crush on him now after the way he shot this weekend.
He's one of those guys, he's just quiet. He doesn't say much out there. Yeah. He's always kind of right there in the mix. And this weekend, he just broke through.
He comes by our trailer, helps, hangs out, just sits there, shoots the breeze with us. He's a good dude.
Absolutely.
His archery game's getting good.
Oh, he went for it.
Just under it. He needed 1 more yard. That's what 1 yard will do for you right there.
Wow.
480.
Justin, still a great effort. Justin, good shooting. Congratulations.
I missed it. If Mike announced it, is Levi going last or is Dan going last? Do you know?
I missed it too. I don't know who's going last.
So Jacob is 3rd, and they say he has the most bonus rings, Mike just said. So he needs a 14. He's 4 points behind these guys right now. A 12 would be good. But a 12 won't do it for him. 12 puts him at 84. Those guys would just need 8s.
Look at that hole right in the middle of that 14. That's got to be calling him.
And they can see that dark line where that insert is, that dark core where the core inserts into the target. That's a good reference for him, too. High right of that core and that dark hole in that 14. Man, he's holding steady.
He is.
He shot a 10. Interesting.
Yeah,
482. So he's on the podium.
Yep.
Looks like Levi's going next.
All right.
So let's do some math. If Levi shoots at 8, he goes to 84. He gets 2nd.
Okay.
Ish, depending on what Dan does.
Yeah.
I almost think Levi tries to 12 this right here. If he shoots a 12, Dan has to match it or shoot a 14 to win. If he shoots a 10, Dan has to shoot a 12 or a 14 to win. So big arrow right here. I think he shoots at the 12. I think.
Or
are you kidding me?
Or Darren Christenberry.
Are you kidding me? What do I know? Golly.
Mike Tyrell says that just happened.
So where are they out on bonus strings if Dan matches him?
I mean, Dan must be ahead, right?
Well, or Dan didn't make as many mistakes.
They decided to give Levi a 5-point penalty for bringing that box out.
So
I mean, if he went first, that meant Dan had more bonus strings.
Of course. Yeah, so if Dan 14s this, Dan wins. He has to.
Start your 1 minute.
There's no choice.
This is a big arrow right here.
Wow. And for these guys, their contingency is $20,000.
Yeah, it's big. Big money. This is about a $15,000 or $18,000 arrow.
Oh, he missed it left.
8.
He missed it left.
484. Levi's going to win with a 490.
He still takes second.
Wow. All right.
Come on.
Levi Morgan, Dan
Darren, Levi was sitting at 4 up after day one. He was not out of it, but he was as close to out of it as
he
you
shot
could get.
14 up today and then earned it right there in that shoot off. I mean, that's
is a great weekend for Levi
10,
Morgan.
14, 10, 14, 10, 14. Wow.
That is.
That's pretty good.
That's why people call him the GOAT right there.
He shot 12 up in the shoot off. Yeah, that's how you do it.
12 up in the shoot off. He's coming over here to take the headset here, and
I like the look he just gave me. Like, what happened?
Levi Morgan, we were just talking here about that was incredible. You shot 12 up in the shoot down.
Yeah, that's about more than I shot all weekend.
I think it went 10, 14, 10, 14, 10, 14, and you earned that win.
Yeah, there was no doubt I was going to earn that win. When you got McCarthy 8 points ahead of you or McCarthy 20 points behind you, you're going to earn the win. And the guys out there have been shooting well all weekend. And I just made a decision. It's never been my style to lay up. And I just come in here and I said, I'm either going to make a run at it or I'm going to be in fifth. And I picked the ones I wanted to be aggressive at, and I hit all the ones I aimed at. And it's not me up here, because if you could have seen my pin while I was aiming, I was like, Lord, you're gonna have to send this one where it needs to go.
You've been doing this a long time though, but does that still surprise you even to be able to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I never know what to expect. I've had tournaments where I felt like I was going to win and I didn't, and tournaments I felt like I had no chance, and like this one, you know. I mean, I felt like I've battled all day, from having to hit one of the last ones to get in a shoot-off, to make the shoot-off, get through that shoot-off. And you just can't quit, you know. Just keep going for it. It's all I know. So.
It's an impressive weekend, and I think it was the release. Congratulations on another win.
Thanks, Darren.
Congrats, Levi. Oh, man, Darren Christenberry, that was enjoyable.
That was awesome to see that. And, I mean, I feel bad for Dan. He worked his butt off, shot a great round today, came in with an 8-point lead, but when a guy hits 3 14s on you, what are you going to do? Dan really didn't make any mistakes, but Levi took that win right there.
All right, Darren, we're going to bring out the rangefinders after this. Folks, don't go anywhere. We will be back at the Foley Event Center for the Hoyt Easton Pro-Am. Don't go anywhere.